Hello, everyone, and you're welcome. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic, which is the energy efficiency in computing. This topic is very important since, as you all know, in the last 20 years, the computers improved a lot, which means they will use way more energy, and our job is to keep up with it and to have a good efficiency in computers so that we can give them room to improve. So let's dive into that. So why energy efficiency matters in computers? The first thing is our environment. We do not want to impact our environment negatively. That's why we need to use less electricity in our computers, which means having less carbon footprint uh, in our environment due to electricity generation. The second thing is the cost. If we use less electricity, we will pay less for the bills. And the third thing is the heat generation. If we have a good energy efficiency, we'll have less heat generation and we'll have good thermal management. Let's talk about the energy efficiency in the CPUs. So the main technique that is used in the CPUs is the DVFS, which is basically a power management technique that reduces the power and the frequency of the CPU. The idea is pretty straightforward. When the CPU is doing less tasks, uh, the DVFS reduces the voltage and the frequency, which basically reduces the speed and the power the CPU uses, which means we'll have less energy and less heat generation from the CPU. Now let's talk about the energy efficiency in the hard drive. So we are talking about the hard drive, which means we have two types, the HDD and SSDs. But when we are talking about energy efficiency, we are mainly talking about SSDs. They are considered more energy efficient than the traditional hard drive HDDs because they don't need power to maintain the data. So which means less energy consumption, and they are faster than the HDDs. They can read and write data faster, which means they finish the tasks quickly, which means less power consumed. And it's not always about the hardware. A lot of people, when they think about the energy efficiency, they think about the hardware, but the software is also crucial in this topic. The way the software is developed, it's operated, can impact the energy consumption. If we have an efficient algorithms, it means we have less work in the CPUs, which means less energy consumed. So we need to think about optimizing algorithms that reduce the complexity so that we can have less energy consumed by the CPU. Technologies like AI, quantum computing, are very helpful in energy consumption. As we all know, AI is improving a lot. So basically, by using artificial intelligence and quantum computing, we can do tasks differently, we can do tasks faster, which means less time, which means less energy consumed. So these technologies in the future will offer even new ways to process and store and manage the data with reduced energy consumption. Now let's talk about some of the main techniques that are used to have a good energy efficiency in computers. The first thing is power gauging. It involves switching off the power to inactive components to reduce the power consumption and to extend the battery life. The second thing is the DVFS, which is basically reducing the frequency and the voltage of the CPU when it doesn't have a lot of workload, which means we will have less energy used and less power consumed and less heat generation. The third thing is the clock gauging. It's a technique that stops the clock signal to inactive components. It reduces the power consumption by preventing unnecessary clock cycles. Thank you for watching the video, and we will go deep into each of these things that we talked about in the video in our presentation in the 3rd April. See you there.